GECOM is the constitutional body vested with the authority to ensure that we have free and fair elections. It therefore stands to reason that GECOM is empowered to do all of the acts necessary to ensure that we have free and fair elections. So it is not like this is a powerless organization. You will recall in 2020, the chairperson took it upon herself, well, not took it upon herself because she had the power too, but she liaised with the chief immigration officer, she liaised with the registrar of births and deaths to gather certain information. We have always maintained that this convenient stance that GECOM takes about not being able to do this and not being able to do that is contrary to the responsibility that they have under the Constitution of Guyana. And so if GECOM wants, GECOM can investigate. The problem that you have is that the current composition of GECOM makes it so politicized. And the chairman, the chairperson has demonstrated her inability to be unbiased and to be fair and to be impartial. So, that is what hamstrings GECOM and the exercise of the powers that it has under the Constitution and under the various pieces of legislation that governs the operation of GECOM. I am saying that the totality of the legal framework empowers GECOM to investigate these matters. Certainly it must. Because if I have a duty to ensure that something is free and fair, then it means that I must have the power to ensure that I can investigate whatever is preventing it from being free and fair. So I'm saying when you take the totality of the powers that GECOM has, they certainly have the ability to investigate whether there was fraud and then hand those findings over to the authorities. They may not have the power to prosecute the fraud, but certainly they have the power to investigate it. And to tell the people of Guyana otherwise is taking us for dunces, and we are not dunces. We understand what our rights are, we understand what the Constitution says, and we understand what GECOM must do. Let me add this, Dennis, because we saw this happening in 2020, and we're not prepared to have a repeat of it. We are not prepared to have a repeat of it. We saw GECOM coming up to a certain point and then shirking their legal responsibility to ensure that we have free and fair elections. And it appears as though Claudette Singh is wanting to do that again, but we're not prepared to allow it. We can no longer stand idly by and just allow GECOM to do what it wants and use the tyranny of the numbers that they have and the fact that the chairperson is in cahoots with them to usurp the democratic will of the people. It can't happen anymore.